Welcome back to the channel. This weekend, we're going off our rocker. That's right. It's time to take care of the rockers in the Super Duty. Stick around. So, the 2003 F-250 Super Duty I bought does need rockers. Also needs 2 front doors, and if I'm real with myself, it also needs 1 rear door. That's the way Ford put these things together. This tends to rot everything out in those locations. Currently, I have started working on the passenger's rocker. I did drill out, obviously take off this section. I ran a boroscope back into this cab corner, and while it feels solid, everything, it is covered in rust up to about here on the inside. Now I could probably treat it and get several more years out of it, but I like to keep this truck for a good number of years, like be the last truck I buy type thing. So the door, take care of that right. I'm going to replace the cab corner. We'll rebuild the piece on the inside here, the inner cap or inner rocker. This is flat sheet metal, so I will cut it out, clean it all up, put in a new piece. I'll draw it all up and cut it on the plasma table. This piece is solid and it's very heavy, so I will clean the scale off the inside of it and treat it, and it should be okay. No reason to replace it. And then again, I've got this fully rocker ate up, and then go into the dog leg for the A-pillar, and this one is good and solid. I've already checked it. The driver's side, however, is trash, so I do have a replacement piece for it. So today we'll get this piece off, and we'll get the cab corner cut, and hopefully get the cab corner put back on today. So that's my goal. Stick around. Let's see what we've come up with. So I did pick up all my sheet metal from Mill Supply in Cleveland, Ohio. Thank them very much for sending it really quick. I guess being local kind of helps. But all the parts are key parts. I've used them before for the Silverado. So I got both cab corners, both of these pieces. Then again, I got the extra dog leg for the other side. They're nice heavy gauge steel. Real happy with the quality of it. It seems to fit right. So we're going to get let's see, train of thought here. This is pretty much what I'm using to drill out the spot welds. 1/8 inch bit, 3/8 bit, body hammer, and I'm using a wonder bar to split the seam, then straighten everything up. So I guess I need to move my truck because it rained and the yard's all wet, and I was just sitting here on the curb doing this because my son has yet to finish his transmission in the Jeep. I was hoping to get to it today or tomorrow, but tomorrow's Mother's Day, so I'm doing stuff today because tomorrow's Mother's Day and we all want to take care of our wives and mothers. Anyway, let's see what we get done today. Like I said, my goal is really to get the other pieces off. I think I'm going to work on the back corner right now. So get the truck backed up, get this cab corner knocked off, cleaned up, and see what I got to do to repair the inner fender, or excuse me, the inner rocker. Go from there.
A few minutes later.
Okay, so the first thing I need to do is get these spot welds. Sorry guys, my foot's in the way here. Get these spot welds drilled out here along the bottom and along the leading edge. Once that's done, I'm gonna cut low because I don't want to come above this body line. If I can get into, I'll probably come way down here to start with, this 4 inches or so. So I'll probably leave these last 2 spot welds intact and just do these bottom 2, it looks like. And come through the middle here and cut across. Like I said, I don't want to come any higher than I need to. Plus I'll need to fit the new piece on. And in the back here, you see the cab stuff. It's crusty, but it's solid. That's all going to get wire wheeled. And then obviously these pieces are bad, so I'll cut them off and replace almost probably all of the inner rocker with a custom piece. So let's go ahead and mark my spot welds. Find center. There's one. There's the other. And then, well, that doesn't get me over the. And then these 2. And I'm probably going to have to come up to here to the 3rd one. If I hold my line true, in order to make it parallel to the ground up here. And get into stuff. It looks to be right about here. Where I want to be. Something like that. So, get these drilled. Where can I put you guys so you can kind of watch? But problem with self-filming at the same time, and I'm sure I'll time lapse a lot of this. So. You see, hear it pop. That's how I do it. I know a lot of people do it differently, spot weld cutters, etc. Now areas like this, I don't care because I can get to the backside, and when I go put the new piece on, I will obviously have areas to weld from the backside here, so I can come in with my welder and tap in through these little holes. Now, given it's tapered, it will burning a little bit, but that's fine. Then I'll have my new spot welds on the other side, do plug welding. It'd be just fine. Now I need to get some tape here. I want to make my cuts. I need some cardboard because the grass is still wet. Probably should have put it down anyway, so I'm not putting some metal shavings all over my yard. But all right. Oh. Don't mind me. I shoveled a bunch of mulch yesterday, so my back is sore and my shoulder isn't happy. There. Tight. Come around this edge. There's where that spot weld is. I probably didn't need to drill that one. Get my tape, try to keep my edge as straight as possible. Lay that down. This is what I got. Oh, sorry guys. Oh, there we go. I'll take the zip wheel, come along the bottom here, and then we'll knock this whole section out of here and see what we get. Ah, missed one. The problems of living in the, well, I guess you want to look at my exhaust. There we go. This is the problems of living in the Rust Belt. I don't know why we use so much salt and brine. So like every time I get even a remote chance of getting some weather, I throw that stuff down. And it just kills our vehicles. So I know guys down south just laugh at us, and I agree with them, because their stuff doesn't rot out. Typically it just sun fades. Especially the guys out west, you know, Texas, Arizona guys, Nevada. But here in Ohio, we want to keep anything longer than 10 years. So what happens? There we go. I even felt the pop. And there's probably a spot weld up here, but it's rotted away, so pretty sure it's not there. But a bit up here. Help me. Oh, goodness. All right. It's cutoff wheel time. down to just spot welds. And yeah, it was in pretty good shape. I probably did need to cut it, but it's all right. I'd rather cut it, replace it. I do know the other one is soft down in here, so it would be just a couple of years and this stuff would be through from the inside no matter what I did. So let's get this lopped off the rest of the way. Just these clips. Come on. Good grief. Looking for that. There it is. Break off this one last spot weld holding it. There we got one cab corner. It looks like I'm in good shape. Oh. To here, this keyhole. I will come back clean metal, come up. I'm gonna go across, probably about down an inch. Get all this garbage out of here. All the way to full length here. We got that. We'll take a short break here. And I'm probably move up and go ahead and do the front rocker. Oh, back in a minute. Alright guys, I know this is kind of a close-up deal. Apologize for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down this seam here on both sides. See, clean all this crap up, come along here. So that's already jumped. I'll do the same for there's another one just like this forward. This B-pillar is right in here. So the spot welds will get drilled out, and I'll come from the back side to drop this piece out, and then I will lay in my new piece up and through. I'll remove all this from the back side of it. Once I get these cuts, I'll know where to clean up at. Get that junk out of here, and we'll get this whole inner rocker out. This will all get wire wheeled and peened to knock all the scale off of it, and it'll get treated and then fluid filmed. This thing will get so much fluid film on it, it'll just be dripping wax. Only way to save anything in here in Ohio is to undercoat it and seal it up. So that's what we got here on the outside. Take it for a trip. Ow. Something stuck me. So this is what I'm going to do on the inside. Once I had this line, know where I'm going with this line, I'll continue it on the back side so I can drop this whole piece out. So I don't have to drill the spot welds out. It'll be a lot of work around the B-pillar, but it's worth it because it's not worth cutting it out. It's a good piece. It doesn't have any sort of hard rust in it, just some surface, which I will treat. And that should take care of that. Let's get to cutting this piece out of here.
A few moments later.
Alright, crunchy. I'm going to save all these pieces, line them all back up again, and I'll deal to design my new piece. Oh, right here with that. Clean this up best I can. Not happy with all the scale, but it is what it is. Yeah, it'll be fun. So it looks like I want to make a little piece to go in here. Rebuild this lower half of this mount. It's alright. I've worked with worse. Anybody who's worked with old MGs knows what I'm talking about. Okie dokie. I guess I need to go to the front rocker next. Here we go. Okay, had a short break. My son, daughter-in-law, and granddaughter came by. They're going on a Mother's Day retreat over in Kentucky for the for tonight. Something special for them. Hope they have a good time. But anyway. Got the front rocker removed. Pretty crunchy. This dog leg does have some rot, but it's all right here. So I will cut it, section it, and make my own make a new piece and put it in. You can see the inner is all trash. So that's next. Just getting the rest of that inner rocker out. These are the pieces I've pulled out so far. Typical for Ohio. So this is the inner rocker. So I'm still going to save all my pieces. Use that as a template. Cut replacements off as I need. We are continuing on. See all the stuff that fell out of it. So I'm going to go get this inner rocker cut and have some lunch, get this thing measured, drawn, and cut on the plasma. Stick around, more coming up. Okay, we got it fitted up here. They're tacked in. A good place to put you. That won't do you any good. The door will block you. Yep. We'll try to fit you in here. Oh. There we go. Oh. Got my hammer. Yep. And I'm just lapped it up here, we'll tag it across the top, and then I'll come back to do the same thing on the back side. Seam seal it, primer it, seam seal it, make sure it stays watertight. We'll get the cab corner fitted. Hopefully get maybe this corner. I'd like to get at least the cab corner put in tonight. So here we go. So that gets the part of the rocker in. Like I said, I need to cut a new piece to go all the way to the front there. Another foot 18 inches, something like that. But I'm not worried about that today. So I'm going to keep continuing working on the back here. And I'm about out of battery here, so I'm going to turn you guys off. We'll get this cab corner cut down, and I'll come back when we start fitting it. Alright, so I cut my replacement piece about an inch longer than what I had cut the quarter. And I've got it sitting in place here. we're pretty good along here. Looks like I'm about to massage this a little bit along this edge and there, but we're good along the bottom. So now I'm going to take my magic marker and we'll run along this line, and I'm going to trim up the cab corner, that original cab corner, to fit my line. So I'll kind of mark my line, cut below it so I don't take my line away, and we'll get this thing fitted back up and hopefully get this thing tacked in place here. So let me get this cut, marked and cut. Oh, switch over here. Oh, I forgot my pen. Stuff out of my way here. And my pen's over here. Alright. Well, let's make our line. Alright, get my line marked. Corner out of the way. Now I will cut below the line, just up to the edge of it, and that way everything should be a good butt fit. Get my So we're good there. That really did kind of bring it around. So this is what I'm fighting, is this right here. You can see everything lines up pretty good. So I'm just going to walk this thing around, start tacking to here, come to here and double check it again. Oops, I got you guys so close. Sorry about that, guys. But right here's got a lip. So I need to pull it around. So I'm going to start tacking across here to here, and I am back on this edge, so I'm just going to have to kind of walk the piece and I may have to do some further trimming, but it is really, really close to where I can put it in right now. So, oop, knocked out my earbud. Sorry about that, guys. I wasn't watching my battery, and I lost a little footage here because it turned off and I was just kept on cruising. But I'm working on finishing here. Got my tack welds. Work my way over here. We'll go ahead and finish that. And I'm going to drill my holes for my spot welds in here. And that's where we're going right now. Let's keep going on here now that I've got the battery plugged in. Find you guys a good place where you're out of the way, not getting covered in sparks. And I've already had one leap over my helmet and burn me on my forehead. Not a fun time. Continue on. Center tack weld here. Material up. What I'm doing is I went through and I went middle till I got within about a 1/4 inch, and now I'm just tacking on the left side of every tack and moving leftward because I'm left-handed. If you're right-handed, you probably do it the other side. The reason I'm doing that is because the weld is actually the thickest material, and if I do that, I have less chance of blowing through. So continue on. Just doing real small tacks. Just want to make the material. You really don't want to build up a big old weld in there. seams. And we'll start over here again.
Matt! Your welds look a hell of a lot better than they used to. Sheet metal welds. So your sheet metal welds look a lot better than they used to.
Learning that patience matters. Oh, good grief.
He's already on.
Well, I had some visitors. Conversation with a buddy of mine, Troy. He doesn't like being on camera. He likes being off grid. Anyway, he's the guy who's taught me all this. I've been doing, he's second generation body man painter. And I learned a lot of what I know from him. So he said I'm doing a good job. I'm kind of happy. Usually gives me a lot hard time. All right, where would we pick off at? All right. Let's continue on then. do some grinding. Again, I got a 120 on here. Just take your time and keep moving. Got all my spot welds cut. I'll clean the spots off. I think I could have put my earmuffs on. Get these welded in. Then we'll clean up and we're going out to eat. Okay, that's it. I think I'm good for tonight. All right, got those spot welds ground down. Got my primer on. Get myself cleaned up here, and next time you see me, it will be tomorrow.